Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. My name is Evil Dragon, and welcome along to Kia Series. Welcome along to the Austrian Grand Prix. We are here at round 7 of this beautiful season with the championship, well, could be pretty much decided here today for the regular season. Joining me is not Vectro, it is not Jacko, it is not Mr. Purple Matt. It is instead, as I scroll down, the reveal will so. Look who it is. It's Jamie Max 92. Say hello, Jamie.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, looking forward to this. Obviously, this is my debut in this league, so hopefully it'll go well. And it seems like quite a pivotal race as well, so I joined at probably the right time.
Indeed you have. Well, here we are. And in terms of the championship, by the way, these are the permutations. If Jake wins the race, Jake is your champion of the regular season. If Jake finishes second in the race, Yuri, Vitinho and Sully cannot win this title. Newgarden will have to win the race to keep it going. Of course, if Jake finishes third, Yuri, Vitinho and Sully can't win the title either. Newgarden will have to finish second or higher. If Jake finishes fourth, Yuri, Vitinho and Sully still can't win the title. Newgarden will then have to finish third. You get the memo down here as well. And it goes all the way until... well, it just keeps going down. So basically, let's just say this. If Jake wins here today, he wins the title. And we shall work things out as things go on throughout this afternoon. Here at Austria, first raced back in, I believe it was the early 1970s. On what was the old Austria Hype Ring, of course. The much larger, much quicker, and very infamous circuit, might I say. That raced up until 1986. Since then, it went off the calendar until 1997, so 11-year gap. And that, of course, was the A1 GP back in those days. As well, that, of course, lasted until 2003, and then it fell into some minor disrepair. Came back in 2014 when this person called Helmut Marko, I don't know if you've heard of him, brought the circuit. It's now called the Red Bull Ring. I don't know what the Red Bull Ring is. I don't know who Red Bull is either, but they seem pretty big, Red Bull, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I think they're very keen on their high-octane action, and you know, from what I've read, and yeah, obviously done a great job of restoring the track. Obviously, it's effectively the same layout as in 1997 to 2003, but yeah, they've done it all up, and it's one of the more popular events on the Formula 1 calendar now, and it's just quite a short track, so expect the qualifying times to be really tight around here, and yeah, the racing to be competitive as well, and also penalties. I think penalties will play a big factor tonight, as well as safety cars. I think they're two things to keep an eye out for. There's yeah, obviously the man duty 2 stop, and drivers not able to pit during safety cars. You may see some unconventional strategies tonight.
Indeed. Don't forget, by the way, your Champions leader, Jake, he, of course, on his... remember here, because he's in this, it's all confusing, and it always confuses me, but he is on 85 points here today. He is, of course, in the advanced, he could win the title as well. Matt in second, also on 85 points. Top 2 separated by, well, nothing. Yuri in third on 76 from Victor in fourth. Then comes O'Sullivan, Barry, and then Leroy Hauselager, hopefully, going to be trying to help his teammate. Jack Ricketts in 8th position, just ahead of Jess in 9th. Those two are the real argument to see who is going to get through to the playoff. Behind them, Isaac, Sully, Matt. Then comes Thomas, Cameron, and Niels, Michael, and Billy, all to still... well, see what they can do as well. Those are the rest of the grid. In terms of the playoffs points, of course, Jake on 17, along with Yuri on 17. 15 playoff points, by the way, is for Yuri. Those, for Leroy, might I say, those 3 have been the class of this field so far. But in just a few moments' time, I've seen we've got a few people reading up. We should get underway here in Austria.
To it, yeah, as you mentioned, them playoff points. Obviously, drivers would be looking, maybe drivers in the playoffs would be looking to get some more tonight. So yeah, that might also may play factor the strategy. So yeah, and obviously Jess has got a lot of work to do to get into the playoffs, but all you want is a chance, I think, and I think she's done well this season. She has some good results of late from what I've seen.
Yes, he definitely has been getting good results. Got a 4th and a 5th the last couple of weeks in circuit, to which she says to me beforehand that she's not going to be doing well. Now, historically, when she says that, she does well. Now, she hasn't told me she's going to do terribly here today, so now we'll see what happens. So anything can happen. Good to see good old Gareth in the chat as well, good old friend of ours, and everyone as well. Just good to see. Jacko to Senna on Prost into Jess at the start to secure the playoffs. That, well, I mean, could be interesting. Now, I do remember it was in the Cup Series not a couple of weeks ago. We did see a monumental shot down at turn number 3, which reminded me of a certain incident back in the early 2000s. If you know, with a car flying sideways across the circuit. I mean, to be fair, it did happen to MotoGP a few years ago as well. So that corner, very easy to make mistakes, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was Heidfeld and Sato, I believe.
Yes, it
Montoya. Remember, both Montoya and he got a very close. I think he might need a fresh pair of underwear after the race. How close he got to that, but yeah, it is quite a dangerous section of track if a guy is out of control. There's no wheel weight, and it's a wet qualifying session, so
it's raining.
Is interesting because obviously we do have the effective one-shot qualifying, and if it does dry up towards the end of the session, the guys at the end will have an advantage. But if it goes the other way, then this is interesting. Obviously, we don't know how it's going to go the rest of the qualifying. Obviously, we've got a couple of minutes before the first car does leave the pit lane, so yeah, this adds some more intrigue, I think.
Indeed. Now, I'm just waiting to see. I'll get told what is the weather going to be doing. And first car around circuit will be the car of Sean Cromdell, who I believe that's how you pronounce his name. It probably isn't. And the answer to see where he is, I'm presuming he is the wet lemon. And, I mean, it is quite wet here. So, let's see what he can do. He is the wet lemon.
It's a shame he's in the yellow car, because that would have been even more, because he's in the blue car. So he's in the yellow car, that would have been the perfect analogy there. But yeah, he's definitely picked the right username for tonight. Yeah, obviously on his debut, obviously, I think there's nothing just to have a really solid performance. Obviously, he's not really he's not going to get in the playoffs, but he may fancy the run at the chase, which is the secondary championship. So he's a reserve driver, so he'll be looking to make a good impression on the league owners and maybe try and get a full-time seat in the future.
So it's going to start wet and it's going to get dry later on in quality. Now this is going to be interesting because the likes of Jake, Matt, Yuri, Victor, we believe has got potentially a quality ban, but have not been confirmed that, so I'm presuming he's safe. Michael, Jack, this is going to be very interesting to see. When is it going to dry up? Where is it going to dry up? We are just getting ready in just a few seconds. In the next 20 seconds, we should see the wet lemon come out on the circuit then for his first outing in JACKOCAR. And let's see what he can do.
Yeah, it's interesting. A few of these guys that they're selecting softs for when they come out later, so they're presuming it's going to be slicks by the time they come out. But yeah, wet lemons will be coming out in about 2 or 3 seconds time if he's got his timing correct. So we should see him out the pits now.
Let's see, and there is the first gear for the wet lemon. And are we going to see the first car out on circuit right now? The answer is going to be no. Not yet. There we go. There it is. The wet lemon is out.
Yep. The green, blue and pink, blue and purple livery. I think nice. Quite a nice looking livery for the new driver. Obviously, he is definitely in the conditions on board with him here, and it. The track actually doesn't look that far off being dry. I think in a few of these first few guys will have to go on in there. So you may see a couple of guys in the middle of qualifying gambling their outlap on a set of softs and hoping it dries up by the time they get their flying lap. As we're going to have Kyle, who's going to come out very shortly as well. So obviously Sean will be our first guy to set a lap time.
Indeed, as he comes through into turn 6 and 7 of this. What is 9 corners on this circuit? I think. Is it not 9? Is it 9? Is it 9 or 10? One of the two. I always get the confused
10
up.
proper corners though.
10 proper corners. As you come through then, as up towards the second last corner on this circuit. Blink and you miss it, chuck it in, right-hander down into 5th gear, chuck it up into 6th, and then you come all the way through into the last corner and to start then, here in qualifying, let's see, don't lose the rear end up to 6th, into 7th, you might just about touch 8th gear if you need it, you'll definitely need it in here, let's see, up to 8th, and then chuck it back down into probably 4th gear, sun's starting to shine up in the sky into 3rd, gets it nice and slight through turn number 1, and it's back up through the gears, 5th, 6th, 7th, up to 8th, spot the braking, it'll be on the left-hand side of your screen around about 100 metres, braking down into 4th, 3rd, 2nd, gets the front end rotated in, a little bit squiggly on the rear end, more squiggly on the right exit as well, as he gets all the power down. He is purple in Sector 1, unsurprisingly for the car, who is the only car to set a lap time so far, and like you said, look at the sun, it's coming out.
Yeah, and Quinn has come out on the soft tyre, so that's an interesting call for him, and Kia's come out on the inner, so Quinn, I think it's not quite soft yet. I think Quinn may have made a bit of a mistake there, but obviously it's his return to the league, I think, after some time away, so he's looking to be spring a surprise or two as Wet Lemons. Well, he's lighting up the time screen, which, as you mentioned, is no great surprise. See how he does as a first lap is to be good, see where he's going to stand, he's going to get through the final corner, which is so difficult. DRS is enabled, so it should be slip conditions all the way as Wet Lemons use that DRS. It's a 1 minute 12.675 now. As Kia is going to come out and he's going to be next guy at start final lap. I'm interested how Quinn does on the slicks though. It'll be interesting how he can keep the car together. If he can get a good lap in, he should go quickest, as Kia, I believe, has spun it in the last corner.
Yeah, he's hit the wall, so I'm not quite sure what Kia's done there. Quinn coming cross line. I don't think Quinn was meant to, Kia was meant to come out there, wasn't he? He's not.
He came out a bit late, I think. He came
out.
He came out at the same time as Quinn,
yeah,
I saw, so yeah, he missed his slot, I think.
Yeah, I think he missed his
speed
slot.
Quinn in the first sector, DRS, he's purple first sector, so the track does look dry now, so Wet Lemons was a bit unfortunate with his timing there, as he's going to be the only guy, I think, that's going to have to do doing a lap time in the inters, so he probably, unless guys invalidate and make mistakes, he'll probably be near the back of the grid.
And don't forget as well, as this circuit continues to dry up, it is only going to get faster later on. So, depends on how quickly it dries up. Around about, if you're around the 7-8 minute mark, that's probably the best opportunity you're going to get in qualifying, as here comes Quinn through the middle, centre front end, just about sticks on his purple and, well, his pink and green livery. Looks like a watermelon. He did say he was going for the most obnoxious livery he can make, and I like it. I like liveries that, what's what we can say, out there and very decorated. Yes, it does stand out quite a lot. Here he comes through the last two corners, back down into 4th gear in the last corner as well. You can see the front end doesn't want to grip through there, but it's all fine. Crosses the line, and it's going to be even quicker. It is a 1 minute 10. Next up will be Kia, who I believe hasn't got a nose on his car, and doesn't look like he's going to have a front left wheel left much more, is he?
No, he's that. He's got full footman damage, and yeah, he's just limping and trying to get round, and just, yeah, it's a shame for him. He's gonna come into the pits and abort that timed lap. Who's the next guy in the flying lap, I believe.
Oh, he can't do that. No, stay out, Kia. Oh, he's coming. That's against the rules.
Penalty. You'll get a penalty, I believe.
Dear Kia. Oh dear, you're not meant to do that coming in the pit lane. He's retired from the session as well, and that is Kia, who's not going to set a lap time to retire in the pit lane, but that you're meant to finish the lap off. He would have got some positions, he's not going to get one. Excite, meanwhile, he is on a lap time right now.
Yeah, just come out the first sector, and yeah, the track is surely this the pull up will keep dropping because the track's a lot drier. Also, Quinn set his lap time, so Excite, he should, if he just gets a decent lap in, he should be on pole position as Kia. Yeah, just falling foul to those a little bit. It might be a little bit of traffic in the last sector. I think it'll be okay though. It's purple sector 2. He's going to come round the final two corners. Oh, these final two corners in the dry are quite difficult, but with a bit of dampness, it's so easy to get a wheel on this curb and spin round. But he's done it quite nicely there. The last corner now. This is a good spot for his validations, but he does a nice exit. This will be a smash to pole time here. 1 minute 8, and it's just going to get quicker and quicker and quicker.
Indeed, looking down, Niels has invalidated his lap time. ahead of him, indecisive. Purple in Sector 1. This circuit ramping up extremely quickly here today. And anyone could be on pole position right now. Through he comes there, down into third gear, gets the front end rotated in, up through fourth, up to fifth, rear end slightly snapping on the rear, you can see, as he gets the power down, still some slight drizzle in the air, but this is looking like it could be a very good lap time from Indecisive into Sector 2, Purple Sector 2, is this going to be provisional pole temporarily, and might be completely, we don't know what the rest of the guy's going to do, this is important. For Indecisive, has never been near the, well, I don't believe he's been on the front row at all this season. Through the last two corners, gets it nice and stopped. Yes, he does. To the line. Is it going to be provisional pole? It is provisional pole.
By a second, this shows the track evolution. As Neil's, he was on a quicker lap, but invalidated, unfortunately for him. As the next guy on the lap is going to be, Kingan, I believe. So yeah, Kingan's going to be on the lap, and yeah, he's just going to ramp up. This is great news for our championship contenders because they all should, in theory, be on the front of the grid if they get their laps in. Because the track will just get drier and drier and drier as Kingan is about to start a lap. We'll see what he can do. Can he get to 1:06s? I think he can if he gets a good lap together.
Yeah, that's the key thing. As long as you get to it. That is what it's going to be. Jacko saying red flag in the chat. He doesn't want it to be because Indecisive on the pole position.
That'd be a great story.
That would be a legendary story. There is Kingan, Purple Sector 1. Purple, he is. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to smash Indecisive's hopes and dreams of provisional pole? I feel inevitably he might because the circuit is drying up like absolutely no tomorrow here today, and let's see what he can do in Sector 2 though.
Quite sort of looking a lot more confident what Indecisive did, so yeah, this should smash pole. Should be another purple sector here as he gets on that curve. A little bit fortunate to get away with that, lost a little bit of time, he's got yellow flag's head, but with that as a recovering Indecisive coming in the pits, the out two corners now, how can he do? He's looking really good. This will smash pole, this will be pole by a country mile.
Let's see, it's going to be a 105. It is a 105. 2 seconds clear. What a lap time there. Let's see what Hasselager can do. The man who is, I believe, in 6th in the standings so far. Can he go even quicker?
That's a good lap, even bone dry. That could be, as a year, he has purple, sector 2, so he may get to 104s. The grip is incredible now, considering where it was just 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Here comes Leroy then, Yuri's brother up through the last corner. Let's see what he can do. Takes it nice and shallow to the exit. And it's going to be a 1:04. It is a 1:04. Another lap time to beat. Who's next? It is Jessica down there into turn 4. And let's see what she can do then. Can she get herself up near the front with how many people are going quick? You never say never here today, and let's see what she could do then. Nice through here, keeps it in the track limits. Yes, he does. It's not a purple sector 2, as he get it in the track limits just about, and it could still be inside the top 4. Let's see if she can beat Indecisive to get into provisional 3rd through the last 2 corners. Nice through there, into the last, into the right-hander, up through the gears, into 5th, into 6th, through into 7th, across the line. It is 3rd position, 2 tenths off of Kingan.
Yeah, good lap there as Bazza, I believe, has purple sector 1, so Bazza could be on for maybe a cheeky pole position. He's next to do a flying lap as we've got Jacko on an out lap. So Sonny, the championship contenders are starting to come out now, starting to show their authority. And yeah, Bazza's going to come around this second time point. This will give us a good idea if he's going to be up or down. He's not purple, so Bazza may not be in pole position, but he may get himself in that top 3, which is looking quite congested at the moment.
Yeah, it is all about getting yourself near the front, through into the last 2 corners. Takes a little bit of shallow, that's a little bit wide as well, a little bit down in the dollar short. He'll take the shallowest line, only 4th position, behind Jess as well. That is going to be a surprise for Bazza, but I must say that was an incredible lap. Jacko's invalidated as well. That is a massive for him.
That's good news for Jess. Obviously, the main contender, the main contender for the playoff place. It comes out the back. Bazza, he just lost a lot of time that final 2 corners. He ran so wide there, and that killed all his momentum in the final corner. It's Vitinho, as Sully's going to start flying that, but Vitinho, interesting enough, to come out on the medium tyre. That's an interesting
Vitinho,
call.
we believe, has a quali ban. We believe that is the information I have been told, so he will be coming in the pits at the end of his lap. Meanwhile, Mr. O'Sullivan, Ronnie O'Sullivan there, he's doing... Well, he's got the reds. He's going to try and get the whites. And let's see what he can do then. So far, he's got the purple of Sector 1 as he comes down on the brakes and the Red Bull tyres. Absolutely gripping up exactly what to do there as you come through on the exit of 3, down 4, into 5 and 6. Chucks it in here, front end sticks. Yes, it will. Runs out as wide as you can. Uses all the track as you can. Purple Sector 2 in to 7. And then up to 8 and 9 as you come through here. Up over the crest. Spot your braking zone on the left around about 100 metres. Chucks it in on the right. Gets it as wide as you can. Chucks it down. Doesn't get on the curb too much. Does that absolutely fine. Takes a shallow line to the line. And it's going to be second position. Hasselager still on pole.
Yeah, Hasselager really good last sector. Sully was up on the first 2 sectors, but Hasselager just carried so much momentum through the final 2 corners. Sully's looked good, but Hasselager was a lot more aggressive in the final 2 corners. Has got a bit of a lull, because obviously Jacko, if he validates his lap, obviously he's coming into the pits. He must have a qualifying ban, I'm not sure.
Jacko's invalid, and I think he's done both his lap times, so that might be why he's come in.
Alright. I believe Yuri's going to be the next guy set a lap. He's just coming on the final 2 corners now, and then we're down to our last 3 runners, because we've got Yuri, and then we've got our 2 main protagonists for the regular season title, Newgarden and Jake, going to finish out the qualifying session.
Well, let's see then, what can Yuri do? His brother on pole position so far. Can he surpass his brother? Oh, he's not going to be doing that. Comes out right alongside Jake. Almost lost it through there as these 2 running pretty much near identical liveries, which you love to see. By the way, they're like little brothers right now. I'm surprised actually Hasselager and Hasselager the second haven't got the same livery, might we say. It is a purple sector 1 for Yuri. First, you have to finish. Michael Schumacher. Let's see what Yuri can do. He must be looking at that intently. As that's not what you want to be doing. He looks at it too intently.
No, just a little bit too much of the curb invalidating. That's his qualifying. He's going to start at the back of the grid. Wow, something like a pole position there. And now he's going to start at the back. Just a little mistake. It just cost you your momentum. And as we go on board in Newgarden, obviously one of the title points with Jake. Now, can he get advantage over his championship rival as his the first sector time looks pretty solid so far? He'll be looking to if he put good lap on the board, it might put some pressure on Jake.
Yes, well that's it, it's going to be important. Newgarden does not need a single mistake here. Through he comes, takes it very conservatively through there. Comes through into 5 and 6, chucks it in. Front end just looks like it was waiting a little bit, but he's going to be setting sector 2, purple sector 2. Through he comes then, is this going to be pole position? He needs it so desperate, the championship can be decided. Here today for the regular season, he's just about going to grip. He slides through the last corner. Where does he go? It's surely going to be provisional pole. Only third. What can Jake do?
Yeah, can he get in that front row and have a tactical advantage here? He's going to go to final sector. He's not purple, so...
Oh, he's off! He's invalid!
He's invalidated! Wow, he's invalidated. So he's going to start 13th. Wow, that's a huge error for Jake there. And he's taking the final corner very aggressive. I think he's angry with himself the way he took that penultimate corner. And let's see what that would have been. Would have been a 1:05.0. So he'd be right there with Newgarden, but he's going to have to start 13th. He's going to have to make his way through the traffic if he wants to secure this regular season title. Advantage Newgarden after qualifying, but what a great lap by Haushagen, because he did that lap quite early on. He didn't have the best conditions, but he just got the lap in, and what a great lap by him to secure the pole position.
He did. So Hasselager on pole, Sully in second, Newgarden third, King in fourth, Jess in a fantastic fifth, by the way, I must say. Bazza in sixth, indecisive in a stunning seventh for him as well. So many surprises. Exciting eighth, Quinn in 9th on his return. Lemon, the only driver on the intermediates, will start 10th. Kaya in 11th. Jacko 12th. Jake, the big surprise at 13th. Bettino with his quali ban. 14th, ahead of Niels. Yuri does not start at set a lap time. He'll be starting at the back of the grid. As here comes Jake across the line, and then that should trigger the cutscene for the end of qualifying. And he's second now.
He set a lap time, they've gone 8th, so you know that's going to work because he's won 8th now, but he only had one lap. I'm not sure if that was in the rules.
Yeah,
so
now...
He's done 2 laps, it says.
He has done 2 laps.
I thought you meant to come in the pits after your first flying lap. I'm new to this, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
So, Jake in 8th position. Now, unless I am catastrophically mistaken, he was on the pause menu. He has gained an unfair advantage.
Yeah, he should have been 13th on the grid, and yeah, it's a bit of a mistake there, but no mistakes from Lars on pole. And yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, we'll wait and see what the stewards say about that. We'll wait and see if Jake maybe gives up positions at the start of the race. I don't know. We'll see how this works.
Well, there is a issue. Jake saying he was very tired, so he might have forgot. That's a real shame if he has, but that could be some awkward situation for him. So let's see. Try race forecasted ahead of the drivers. This is going to get spicy, isn't it?
The top 10 will start on the used tyres, so everyone's behind about 3 choice of tyres, and I think the most of the guys outside the top 10 may be tempted to go on the medium tyre, because obviously it is going to be a 2-stop, and maybe you want to go a bit long on the first stint, but do you want to pit earlier? Maybe try and pit before the safety car. This is very interesting, and it can throw up a few surprise winners, this rule where you cannot pit under the safety car.
No, you can pit under the safety car. The issue is, remember, of course, if you do pit under the safety car, that is a non-mandatory stop, meaning it will not count to your official pit stops. I mean,
that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. It confuses me all the time.
Sorry for the confusion, yeah.
It does it to me, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, let's see what they can do. But like you said, this is going to throw up some surprises. Here today, a circuit which has seen many a memorable moment. Many drama, many action. I do remember the last couple of years in Austria. I mean, we've been here like 16 million times in the last like 3 years. So I'm unsurprised I remember Austria too well.
But Albon and Hamilton a few years ago, I think. And
yes.
Had 2 Mercedes. Rosberg and Hamilton came together on the final lap in 2016, and we had Bottas's brilliant start, which everybody thought was a jump start, but in 2017, but it was just the perfect launch, and that was his first Grand Prix win, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
His first race win was at the World Grand Prix circuit.
Right, so it would be second win then.
Yes.
Yeah. But we had that win in front row in 2014, the only time Mercedes weren't on pole. You've got definitely some interesting moments here in real life F1 and in league racing. We may see some drama. I think we'll see some drama again tonight for sure, as we're going to have a look at the starting tyres the drivers are on, and Wet Lemons is on the soft, so's Vittino, so's Niels, and Kaya, Jacko and White and Yuri are going for the mediums. Everybody else is on the soft tyres they qualified on.
Well, that is going to be a curious tale then of what they can do. They are going to be gambling on going longer, hoping for no early safety cars, or exactly no safety cars when you want to remember. It is most likely a soft, medium, soft, we believe, the ideal strategy. Of course, around about laps 11 to 17, potentially the ideal window. I presume you might see people in slightly earlier to try and cover off that safety car. Would not be surprised to see guys in on the first opportunity.
yeah, just to give yourself a bit of an opportunity, especially if you're near the back. You may just want a bit of a gamble and try something a bit different to get yourself up the field. And the pit lane will be getting busy around lap. I think around maybe around 6, 7, 8. Maybe the guys coming in for an early pit stop and go a bit for an undercut. So that's obviously how people avoid damage on the first lap, which you've got to really survive the first lap. Really, that's key for these drivers.
As we wait then for Yuri Hattelager. Hattelager up front, Hattelager down the back. But in just a few seconds, the last car in position then of Yuri. And then in just a few seconds then, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, but never stare, because the championship could be decided here today, and it looks like Hattelager gets a flyer into turn number 1. But look at Sully then to the inside line into turn number 1. One car diving up the inside there, and round there goes that Kingan off there in turn 1. It is Kingan involved as he spun round to the back. Sully leads then from Hattelager. Newgarden in third, exciting Bazza side by side into 4. As they come up the hill, is anyone going to make a mistake in the braking zone? Then a bit of contact as Jess there trying to go round the outside of Excite. Indecisive upper position on Wet Lemon as well, having a good start. As those two battle then down the straight, Wet Lemon now into 7th. Indecisive in 8th. Nils then up the inside lane, braking for him, getting 2 of them there. Up the inside behind there, Vitinho then on Quinn. Yuri, Jacko, then Jake right down the back. I think he's dropped himself down the back to make sure that is a correct thing to do, and he's being sportsman because of course he did not set a lap time in quali, so he is dropped down the back. As are we seeing people in on the first opportunities? In comes Hattelager. Is Lat Newgarden in as well? It is.
Yeah, they're coming in obviously to put a set, presumably going to set mediums, and Hattelager retake lead in turn 3. Sully broke a little bit too early, but I think that was probably tactical from Sully to let Hattelager through. Yeah, these guys are going to come in. So per set of mediums, I presume, and be going for a set of softs. We'll see what they're thinking there. But look at Bazza. Bazza's got a great opportunity here to maybe have a run at Sully into turn 3. Thinks better of it, obviously waiting for the DRS. But yeah, Sully had a really good start there. Hattelager did fight back as Jess and Niels are fighting, I believe, for 4th place, and Niels has got through. What a start by Niels! Oh,
look at Bazza, sorry! He's going deep! Has he got it stopped? Yes, he has! Fantastic! But they fight through into 4 as he got the line. Bazza hasn't. He drops back behind Sully, who fights with absolutely everything he has. He retakes the lead here in Austria. On lap 2 behind him, Excite as well. He's looking and hunting. As we're going to see anyone in the pit lane, Excite pulls to the inside. He's not going. I wouldn't be surprised to see anyone else in. In comes Niels into the pits.
Yeah. DRS will be enabled down the back straight, so these guys can have more opportunities to fight as Vaz goes really.
Look at Excite.
Excite goes up inside. Oh no, he backs out of it. He may get a decent exit though. No, he gets quite a poor exit. Look at Bazza. Bazza's got a great run at Sully here. He's going to watch where he's going to go. It's going inside or outside. He's going to go for the inside into turn 3. And he backs out of it. Is he waiting for maybe into turn 4? He gets a decent exit as I believe Excite hit the rear of the Bazza. So has he picked a bit of damage there? As Bazza, he's going to go to the inside again. Bazza is going to take the lead. Can he make it stick this time? He runs a little bit deep. That's going to allow Sully to fight back. Bazza's going to be on the inside, but Sully go around the outside, and Bazza lets Sully through. Sully regains the lead, and Bazza is struggling.
Yeah, Bazza there just cannot get past. He's just trying to suss his fellow rival out, trying to force a mistake. Now, if I was Lem, I would be coming in the pits because everyone else has come into the pit lane already. In comes Excite. He's in the pit lane. Are we going to see Jess in? No, we are not going to see Jess in yet. Jess stays out. So does Vitinho. Indecisive in the pit lane. And these guys all taking that early stop and covering off the chance of that safety car, which is very likely here. Vitinho trying to get past Jess. Here up the road, Bazza trying to close up on Sully. Sully covering the inside line. Doesn't think he's got enough of a gap low. Unless we're going to see a big dive. Is there behind is Vitinho now ahead of Jess. Here is Bazza with the help of some DRS. Are they going to try and make any manoeuvres?
Yeah, obviously these front guys, obviously I think they're good now. They're committed to staying out and maybe try and nick the playoff point, which you get if you leave lap 9, but only one of them will get it. And if the safety car comes out lap lap 7, lap 8, they're going to be screwed. So it's a gamble, but it may pay off for them as the guys at the back are going to have to make their way through the field as Vitinho clears Jess, and Vitinho's on the hunt for these front two. So Vitinho's put some really good set times together, and he'll try and catch these two and maybe be another contender for the playoff point, which will be in 5 laps time. He's got a yellow flag.
Quinn.
He's out.
Quinn out of this race. Is that a safety car? It is. And Jess in. That is safe. She is safe there in the pit lane. And that, you can only say, it is perfect timing.
Yeah, if you commit to the pit lane before it comes out, then you get away with it. And Jess is going to get a huge advantage here. Jess may actually come out in the net lead of the race. No, I believe Haushager will be, but Jess, I think, will come out in a net second place.
Third, I think.
Third,
It's going to be close here. It's just behind. It'll be ahead of Newgard, and Jess is going to be in what is a potentially net third. There is the safety car. And just there, and don't forget, all these guys ahead on the medium tyres, all of the guys ahead, apart from Haushager and Nils, have yet to stop. This could be huge news, potentially, because these guys are all going to be caught out. And remember as well, the start of these races, it is normally hectic. Aren't we going to see anyone diving into the pit and trying to take a non-mandatory stop, though? That is always a possibility. It would be very bold to assume so. And I think they're all going to stay out for the time being. Yes, they are. No one's stopping so far for a non-mandatory stop, so that is good. Jess is safe as well, as Kaya was slowing down, potentially thinking about it, but decided against it.
Yeah, you've got to stay out, because you just lose chap. This is your pit now, and you still have 2 stops to do, so you just got to stay out and just try and make the best of it, as Kingan runs very wide then, turn 1. That's quite spreading, on a safety car. But yeah, Kingan, he got spun round at the start by Sully, I believe. There was a bit of contact there. Kingan spun round, he dropped to the back of the field, and he's trying to make a recovery effort, but this safety car is not going to help matters.
Indeed it is.
Yuri's in for a non-mandatory stop, so Yuri is in the pits for one. He's the backfield anyway, so you might as well just put a fresh set of tyres on and maybe check. If you're at the back, it's maybe worth doing it, but if you're near the front, it's not really a good idea. So yeah, Yuri will be on the soft tyres. Yuri will definitely be aggressive on the restart, so watch out for him making the way through the field.
Indeed. We are on lap 6 then of 36 with 31 laps to go, if I'm not mistaken of my lap counters. Sully from Baza, Vitinho, Kingan, JACKOCAR, Haushager and Nils. Then comes Jess in 3rd position. Newgarden in 4th. Then it's Lemon Indecisive, as almost crashing to the rear. Indecisive is, that is Excite, and then Jake, who's going to come back into this race a little bit. This has helped Jake a lot, to be fair. He's going to come back into positions. He's not going to be all the way out the back. Yuri has still got to do 1 more stop this afternoon. It might say 2 stops he's done, though he is still yet to do his last stop of this afternoon.
Present moment, if the result stands like this, I believe Newgarden will win the regular season title, as Vitinho's not in the Vitinho. If the results stay like this, Vitinho will have to win the race. Obviously, it won't stay like this, but if the red flag did come and didn't restart again, then Newgarden will be the champion.
It's going to be so interesting, isn't it? What are we going to see in these next couple of races? I mean, here is the likes of Vitinho, Baza, Sully up the front. Safety car, I believe, if my calculations are correct, will be in on the end of this lap.
Yeah, and it's going to be a chaotic charge now, at least 2 laps, obviously, to get to the front of the pack and get the playoff point. But there'll be no DRS for these 2 laps. For Sully, if you think you have the advantage, you'd be using a lot of this back in the restart, try and regain, try and keep that lead and get that vital point, which may come handy come the end of the season.
Here we are, as we run on board then with the man on the top step so far. We're all getting around this lap. Vitinho up 11, Nils up 7. Positions up 8 for Jacko as well this afternoon, as we are getting ready to go then. We run on board and we'll, of course, wait for them. Don't forget, it is around about this, pretty much near the line when you have to go. If you jump early, you might get yourself in a spot of bother. So, here is Sully through the last corner, and he's going to wait, and he gets to decide when he wants to go, and how late he can go is up to him, as long as he times it pretty well around about now, and away you can go then here today. And looks like King getting a very good start there up into second. He's actually going to take the lead of this race as he not into turn one down on the brake. Oh, the inside Jacko hits, and contact round in the field. There's 2, 3, 4 cars out. There's total carnage there.
Jacko's out.
Jacko, again out of this race. He took a dive. It hasn't worked, and he is out here today. And is that going to be a safety car yet to get up the inside? Wet Lemon trying to get the inside, and Jet gets it stopped, almost squeezes her off the road as yellow flags flying. But Jacko is rotten luck this afternoon, and these last few races continue again. He is out now of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Yeah, he just can't finish a race at the moment. It's really bizarre. He's just getting no whatsoever. I think I had a poor angle that restart. I just saw the 3 cars going, as I believe Sonny may have got some damage because he's really struggling. He's got no pace at all. He'd be pitting the pits to change the wing. But yeah, Kingan, he had the perfect launch though. See, with these type of restarts, it can be advantage starting a bit further back and just anticipate when the leader goes. And Kingan just perfect restart. And I saw a white car go up the inside, and I think that might have caused the carnage into turn 1.
I think Vitinho potentially going up the inside. It was definitely 1 or 2 cars off. Kaya's got damaged front wings gone. Bazza in the pits. Sully in the pits. This is awful news for them, but it's not over yet because they have done their now first stop this afternoon.
Wet Lemon's up the inside of Newgarden for 4th place. Wet Lemon's on his debut race, having a good race so far, up to 4th place. Nice move there on the championship contender, and yeah, he's showing some good pace. I have to say, he's really impressing me. Obviously, didn't get a chance to show it in qualifying, but yeah, he's showing some really good race pace. As Kingan will surely, unless he makes a catastrophic mistake, take the playoff point, which should come in handy in that restart. Would it for him? He just had the perfect restart, and Sonny was defenceless from Kingan turn 1.
Indeed, gap up front now. It is 7/10 of a second between Kingan and Hasselhager. Hasselhager trying to close up. Remember, by the way, in terms of who stopped, Kingan has yet to stop so far this afternoon. In terms of the man who are on their Joker, by the way, that is, I believe, is Yuri on his Joker, who is down in 6th position so far. Has done 2nd stop, so it's not quite gone.
He's on a soft slow. He's not going to get soft to the end either, so he's going to have to stop again surely. Joker hasn't worked out for him today, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it definitely not worked out for him at all. Newgarden there getting rather pushed by Excite. The clouds are starting to come over, but remember, no forecast for rain is my latest information from the old Jacko pad. Excite, no, behind Newgarden behind Yuri. In terms of where everyone is in terms of the championship, Jake now in 9th position, I believe, is still on course for potentially winning this.
Yes, King and is coming the pits now, I believe. And the Lars continues, and the pit lane on there, it's very scary. Got car coming the pit, you're going full speed. It's so easy to hit rear end the guy behind, but yeah, he did dealt that quite well. King and banking that clear point. Now he's coming, and presumably come out in 11th place, I believe, just ahead of Sully.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Excite on the back of Newgarden. These two have been battling a little bit. Newgarden's not going to cover it too heavily. I don't think he's going to battle this one to a tooth and nail right yet. It's all about taking your manoeuvres where you can. Talking of manoeuvres, there is Yuri. Slots himself in to 3rd position. Up front, it is Leroy and then Nils in 2nd. So it is the Hasselhager 1 and 3 this afternoon.
Yeah, the brothers, they are got quite similar liveries as well. So yeah, they're obviously qualifying to go well for them, but the race is gone quite well. But Niels is keeping Leroy under a bit of pressure, and Leroy, it's quite an interesting race. He's excited. It's the first guy to put a penalty. He will not be the last. As Jake's up to 8th place after, and he's closing the back of Jess. So we're going to see a few battles, a few guys within a second of each other. These front 4 are within us. We've got Excite going a bit
Yellow flag, Vitinho.
He spun it in the
Safety car.
Yeah, Spain has caused safety car. That's interesting. I thought
wing's gone,
maybe
that's
VSC. I'm quite surprised he called the full safety car. He's in the pits to repair his wing. And
now,
yeah,
will he be safe from that? I mean, was he in the pit lane there? I mean, I suppose technically he was in the pit entrance, but I don't know if he'll get away with that one. He might do. Has caused a safety car and spun into the pit lane. Will that count as a mandatory stop, though? Now, Jacko, who is in the chat, can confirm that, because I'm not too certain on that one. I think he might be lucky and get away with that. It might be.
He's actually called safety car as well, so it's actually probably the best thing to happen to him, that safety car coming out, because he would have lost a heap load of time without that. So, yeah, Vitinho, he's definitely been the luckiest driver today for sure. Obviously, he did that move into turn one and got away with it to an extent. And that spin coming in the pits, he's a bit rough around the edges, but he's still in the race, still got a chance. These sort of races, anybody can win. You cannot count a single driver out from this race tonight.
Indeed, the only people you can count out of this race is Jacko, who dropped it and crashed last week and is out this week and is having... I feel so bad for him. He got battered on golf on Monday, and it's not going quite so well for him today.
You just need to lift this curse on him. I think. Just give him
I've cursed him well and truly, haven't I? And since he won a few weeks ago in a race at Belgium, and I said he's on a streak potentially, he's just DNF.
Well, he's on a streak, but the wrong type of streak.
Yes, he is on the wrong type of streak right now, and I might get sacked from a comms unit by him if I'm not careful. As you can see, Nils and Hasselager the second have heard so far, both soft versus the mediums. So it is the Hasselagers have got the softs, and Nils is on those mediums. Have we got anyone on the hard tyres? No, we don't. Vitinho's got a soft on. Everyone else has got a semi on so far as well on those medium tyres. The semi tyre in between the soft and the hardest compound. The semi tyre, I always seem to call it half the time. So don't forget, by the way, fun fact: the semi slicks used to really exist back in the day. As well, I think it was 2003, if I remember, on the game they used to have semi slicks. It was a very intriguing thing. They also had the monsoon tyres, which are extremely entertaining using monsoon tyres because, well, that normally indicated we're gonna die, basically. Miss monsoon, you need them back one day.
Yeah, we needed them at Spa last year, I think. Maybe that might have got a race underway they were there last year, but yeah, anyway, with all these guys, obviously, safety car was surely coming at the end of this lap, I think, and we'll get another restart. And I'm looking at you in this restart on the soft tyres. If he can get a good, if he can, you've got to win in these restarts. You just got to, from what I'm saying, you got to guess when the lead's going to go, and you got to try and preempt them. And if you can gain about 4 or 5 places at some tracks. Obviously, right, it's quite short straight here, but just off from King and Earth on, it can be beneficial as these guys getting plenty of temperature in the tyres, and you've got to be careful in this weaving that you don't spin, as I've seen that happen in the past, and it's quite embarrassing. It's happened to me, so it's quite embarrassing that happens, but these guys are doing a good job. They're not doing it so far.
Yeah, so far indeed. As I look through the field, so you're doing that right there. Safety car in for the second time. You're on that 14 of 36. Now, you've got to wonder, what are the guys going to do? Are they staying on these medium tyres for a long old time? Oh, look at this. They're all just punching up here as Nils just passed alongside. Now, this is... I like the look of this. This looks awesome, by the way. Let's keep doing this for a little bit as you go side by side through the corners. Just getting ready to go is Leroy, might I say. I always confuse these two. Just kind of try and preempt each other. Just trying to see and suss each other out. Try and get under each other's skin right now. So you get ready to go racing here again. Don't forget looking at all your stops. There they are in terms of positions and the tyres. There they are.
When's he going to go? Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
He's not now. And now he is. He's gone now. Who's got a good start? Look, here is Yuri up the inside of turn 1. Late braking up the inside. He gets into the P2. Has he? No, he hasn't. No, they'll bump on the exit. As there is Wet Lemon trying to go around the outside as well. Can't quite do it. Here comes Excite trying to go on the inside. To the outside he goes. Late braking. Might try and get the outside of Yuri as well. Through into 3. He's going to get the cold shoulder on the outside of 1. Might get overtaken by Lemon as well. Newgarden looking like overtaking. Jay passing Jess, it looks like, on the inside. These two normally in a party, if I'm not mistaken, so will not be surprised to see them switch positions potentially. Never mind, I say that, as they do not. I thought potentially Jake was going to, as they're higher.
Bit contact between Kaya, Sully and Vitinho, I believe. They've all come together, I think, at the back. And Sully, after having such a good start of the race, he's just, ever since that first safety car, it's just all fallen apart from him. Unless he got damaged again, he's going to have to pit again. And if you pit now, can you get means to the end? It would be quite difficult. You may have to win hard tyres as Kingan is overtaking decisive for 9th place.
No, they're not.
They're staying out, so I think they've got away with it in terms of damage.
Just
Vitinho's on the curb, they almost spun it on the curb. Vitinho's looking very... His car's looking very unstable, I have to say, tonight. Let's look at Yuri. Yuri's got a great run of Niels here. Into turn 3, he could go round the outside. Can he outbrake? He's going to fight it round the outside. Niels going to defend the inside line. There's going to be a drag race down into turn 4. Niels is on his battery, and so is Yuri. So this is a pure drag race. No DRS involved yet. Yuri is on the outside. Can Niels outbrake him? Yes, he can. Is he going to close the road off? Yes, he is. But look at Yuri got a great run on the outside, and he's going to get the position into turn 5. Yes, he does. Nice move there by Yuri. Good defence by Niels, but Yuri and them soft tyres proves that the soft tyre grip is still superior.
Yeah, lap 9, but he gets a bit of a twitch on the exit as well. Don't forget, he can probably be in the pits. Oh no, there's a bad place to be. And oh my dear goodness, there is Jess. I think her front wing is gone. As she'd have got very lucky if she wasn't. And I think she's got away with it. If she has, that is incredible.
Excite's lost the wing, and Baz has spun round as well, and Baz is going to get away, but Excite's got a 5-second penalty as well, so this pit's up even longer for him, as he's coming to pits to change that front wing, as Kingan has overtaken Jake for 7th place. These two, Kingan, Jake going to fight it again, he's going to outbrake him. No, he isn't, he's going to have DRS, but Jess... Been kind of lucky stars there that she didn't get any damage.
Could have been out of the race right there. I mean, it just looked like Excite suddenly accelerated forwards right in the middle of the path. And the one thing in Formula 1 you don't do is drive on a live racetrack, because historically it doesn't do quite well. I mean, I'm talking to people. Yeah,
she might have got bodywork damage, because that's the thing on the game. So she might not get wind damage, but if she has a bit of bodywork damage, we'll see what happens though with Yuri. Yuri's in the back of his brother. Obviously, these soft tyres are giving him the pace advantage, and will they work together? Or are they going to fight this as Niels picks up a penalty? That could be very costly come the end of the race.
Yeah, and especially look at how close this field is. Let's see who's going to be the first to trigger their first stop. Well, their second real stop this afternoon. As you can see, Yuri. Is he going to go and overtake his teammate Leroy then? And the Hasselhagen brothers is going on the grass! He's on the grass! Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can! Has he gone too deep? He has gone too deep as his teammate, his brother, nearly put him on the grass there. And what on earth is going on in the Hasselhagen household? They almost wiped each other out there. As now at the inside, down the inside goes Nils. Gets it stopped as he'll take the lead here in Austria as the Hasselhagens trip over each other. But Leroy's going to try fight it back on the outside. Surely not around the outside. He's done it. Has he done it? Yes, he has. Round the outside. What a super move from Leroy.
Yeah, look at you. He's going for the lead. I was in 4th place. There's no brotherly love tonight, and well, they wouldn't be around the table tonight after that incident. I don't know how Yuri kept together. I thought he was certain to go into the wall. He took a lot of the grass. He managed to hold together, almost took the lead. But as Kingan's pitting, so Kingan's going for he's going for his second stop. So if the safety car comes up now, Kingan's in the pound seat. But yeah, Yuri has picked up a penalty, and wow, how do you not spin the car there? I don't know.
Indeed, can you invite Jacko to the party if you've got him on your friends list?
Yeah, I can do.
Because he wants to join the commentary booth. So if you could do that whilst I look at the action, because if I press the PS button, many things might crash and then we might miss action like this, as Neil's back into the lead then here in Austria, and this time he'll get the job done on the brakes into first position, Leroy in second, Lemon in third, from Yuri now in fourth.
Yeah, I missed that because of the invites, but yeah, Neil's taking advantage of the brotherly, well, I don't call it brotherly unlove. I wonder if you were coming now. I'm Yuri, I think Yuri might. Who's going to pit? Well, I'm sure he's going to pit, I think. Yeah, Niels is committed to the pit lane, yep, and yeah, so he's coming in the pits. I think that's a smart move by him, just because these guys are going to fight and lose time, and he may be able to undercut these guys. Look at Wet Lemons, he thinks about it, but turn 1 is not the best overtaking opportunity. You're better off waiting for turn 3.
Yeah, indeed, gets a bit of a tag slapper on the exit as well, but now with the help of DRS, its way is Leroy gonna go. We've seen one car trying up the inside. Up the inside goes. Oh, it's going to be close there between those two. Is Yuri trying to go up the inside, trying to put off his fellow compatriot. And let's see then, is he going to go up the inside this time? No, he's backed out of it there. Doesn't want to try and go lunging up the inside. Lemon is looking at the back. This is his first outing, and so far so good for him.
So to interrupt, we've had a crucial championship overtake there. Jake has overtaken his championship rival Newgard in 4th place, so that's going to give Jake, as it stands, the championship. But it's a long way to go yet, so them guys are going to fight in these front 3. They're just incredible. They're just giving each other just incredible battling. As got a pitter, I believe. Let's look at Wet Lemons. Oh, there was almost contact there. Just shows you how dangerous that paint tree can be.
Indeed, and talking of people, look who's joined. It is the man who is the owner and is my good old golf buddy. It is Mr. Jacko.
Should be back out on the course in a couple of minutes, I reckon, because the race ended abruptly for us. I just didn't get the brakes up to temperature into T1. I had a good run. I had Bazza and Vitinho, but yeah, we don't talk about what happened after. In a party with Michael as well. I thought it made contact. Oh no, sorry, that's my bad. Not to worry. My goal now is to hope that Jess finishes 6th or lower, and that would give me playoffs.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Indecisive and Vitinho battling. This is like going to be taking candy from the baby. And Vitinho, who, well, by his own words, caused a safety car inadvertently and then got a free pit stop out of it. Yeah. I don't know if he actually got a free pit stop.
Very lucky. Very lucky of that. Just extremely lucky. That's well, that's the most luckiest thing I've seen in my life, I think. Yeah, was it tactical? Was it intentional? I don't know. Very skillful it was. New Gardens come out on soft tyres now. Can you get them softs to the end? That's going to be a bit of an interesting one.
Yeah, and as you can see, King and they're battling.
I was just about to ask you guys, does Yuri need to make another mandatory stop? The answer is yes, so this will complete his strategy. Also in the hunt for the regular season championship. Who's the Joker, by the way, guys? Because I don't know. Oh, okay, so that's gone. That's out the window.
Yeah, that went out the window like a long time ago because he's
lap 1, dare I say?
I think it might have been lap 1.
Yeah. Okay, never mind then. So it's a straight fight to the end then with these boys. Wet Lemons on his debut, going well. I've just come out of a party with him, and he reckons the win is under his belt, providing the rest of the race is normal.
Indeed, which in JACKOCAR, historically, we're going to get a safety car right now, probably, any second.
And then they'll be screwed.
He's doing well so far. Meanwhile, we got a
Sully's gone wide.
Talking of cars going off the road, there is Sully. Do you know when I said there was going to be an incident? Off immediately goes someone. So, there you go.
Sully's had a bit of a eventful race. He just, ever since that first safety car restart, he's just gone all peaked on for him. He was looking good early on, and he's just, I don't know what's happened. He just seems to just making one too many mistakes now. As Wet Lemons is in the pits, and you're going softs, and where's he going to come out? As Jess is in as well, so Jess obviously still in the hunt for the playoffs, and it's going to Jack will be very nervous looking at how Jess is performing tonight. She's had some good form recently.
She's going very well, isn't she?
She's got excited. I'm sorry to interrupt, but excited crashed. I was on board with that. He lost it big time into the exit. That's a safety car, and Jess again is in the pit lane. The safety car comes out. So yeah, and Jake. Well, this is bad news for Jake, of course, because he's yet to do his stop, and obviously you have to wait for after the safety car comes in to do his stop, and he'll go up to the back of the field. So Jake will be kicking himself. He hasn't come in the pits.
it's also good news for the likes of Wet Lemons, who's literally just pit, and Yori the lap before that. I think Leroy has also done his mandatory stops, however, has the oldest tyres of those three, so you are looking at a Sean versus Yori battle once we get going again.
Yes, we are looking at the Hasselager sandwich with a lemon in the middle of it, which I don't really know if a lemon sandwich is very good. I don't like lemons at the best of times, but we do have a lemon sandwich.
Well, we know early on there's no brotherly love between the Hasselagers. They almost took each other out earlier on. So yeah, that could be popcorn, I think, see them guys racing again. And as the team has come in for a non-mandatory stop, so he's gonna.
I got to ask you guys, who's actually writing down the non-mandatories here?
My brain.
Okay.
And so far, from my calculations, Vitinho has got one non-mandatory, and Yuri has had some non-mandatories as well.
Yuri's had one, definitely.
Yeah.
And he's completed his mandatory stops, so he's all right. Sounds like somebody, Michael OKK, is going to have to watch the race again just to make sure we get the numbers right.
Yes.
Obviously, very critical stage in the season, regular season on the line. 5 guys still in contention for it.
Yeah, mentioning Jake, obviously he had that thing in qualifying where he did that second lap obviously on pause, but he dropped to the back of the field, I think, on the start. How's that going to be dealt with? Just so we have a bit of clarity.
Back in NFA because he dropped at the back, so I think that's probably
your
your
give
answer
him his
to that.
advantage. That's fair enough. Yeah, so he did the right thing. Yeah, that's good. So just so I'm clear.
I might cry if he got a penalty from that.
Jamie, how are you finding it? This is your JACKOCAR debut as well, commentary-wise.
Yes.
Do you know the rules?
Vaguely, yeah.
Vaguely.
Liam's kept me informed, and yeah, I'm sort of getting hot level. I think I keep getting confused between you can't pit and a non-mandatory pit stop in the pit lane, but I've got that sorted now, I think. So yeah.
he got one bit of the very complex system sorted, so it's a start at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome. We were saying in chat earlier how you wear purple but you bleed orange.
Yeah. Yeah, things are not going so well, and I've had a bit of a slump at the purple, so I'll come over and hopefully try and get some confidence back, I guess. So we should be getting the late end of this lap, I believe, and Jake, on these really old mediums, going to have a difficult job, obviously trying to get the restart right, and surely he'll come in the pits the lap after this. He'd stay out for one lap, I believe, and come in straight away after, and just try and make the best of it.
Indeed, we're just waiting for Mr. Kaya to get to the back of the grid, which he will do so right about now. Safety car will probably come in this lap. I'm 99% certain it will say right now.
Yeah.
There we go. Point exact. Again, he likes me, this safety car. Every time I've said it this season, it comes in. So, it likes me today. But let's see then. So, Jake from Nails, Bazza, Sully, and then, of course, Hasselager, Mr. Lemon in that sandwich of the Hasselagers. Then Kigan, Newgarden, Vitinho, Jess, who I believe currently by the standings is around about 6th, 7th position, counting the fact we've still got a few people ahead to stop as well. So, let's see. Jake, he's got to stop. Of course, Nils has to stop as well as a few others. In comes the safety car. Out comes the last corner, and then let's wait and see who's going to be doing that mega start this afternoon as we get running again. And it looks like everyone seems to got a good start. There it is. Hasselager and Baz are up together as into turn number 1. They will slot together as well. A few cars squiggling on the rear end. Looks like Yuri got a bit of a bad start as well as Lemon. Baz, like you said, having a good start behind them. Jess, I believe,
Here
trying
comes
to
Nils.
battle is Nils.
To the lead.
Gets it stopped. Yes, he does. And there it is then, into the lead. Then, here today, yellow flags. Who's that? This
Bazza spun, I believe. Bazza spun in turn 3. Bazza, yeah, indecisive at the moment as well. Yeah, up to the back of the field. So we've got potentially 3 wide here between Newgarden, Kingan, and Vitinho. Newgarden gets moved done for 7th place, and Jake will surely pit this lap, and Neil's pit as well. Will these guys pit this lap? Because obviously, safety cars do breed safety cars. So, you've got a pit now if you haven't.
Oh, Sully's gone for a spin. Wet Lemon's right behind him. He collects Yuri as
careful,
big
Yuri.
crashes behind.
Oh, got to be careful, Vitinho, yes, he does avoid him. Obviously, no ghosting in this league, so you got to be careful. Cars on the slow line as they're all
Jake.
staying out. Jake's in, yeah, for a set of softs to the end, and this carnage, it may help him if these guys come together.
He's almost putting Yuri in the wall. Vitinho gave him a good old squeeze there up the inside. He goes into turn 1. Has he got it stopped? I think the answer results in yes. Though let's see the double bite of the ERS. Are we going to see Vitinho sliver one back up the inside in frustration? Yuri's going to cover it. Let's see. Is he going to think about going up the outside? No, he might go up the inside because Yuri's gone to a different postcode nearly there through turn number 1. And 2 and 3, might I say. He's got one of the first 3 corners. He's gone wide. Let me see. With VRS, is he going to go to the outside this time? And let's see, late braking. Now, I won't be expected to see Yuri squeeze them all the way off the road here. Indeed, but they are literally inside it.
Oh,
Oh,
contact!
what's that?
Well, then...
Well,
Yuri's
that's
out
on
the race.
Vitinho for me.
Yeah,
That's
you've got to
all
give
on
up
Vitinho.
You've got to give up. You're on the outside. You've got to give up eventually. You can't
Safety car,
continue
surely?
to fight it. Oh, not in the moment. Oh, we might have got away with it though, I think.
I'm amazed that's not a safety car. Car on the wall.
Reminds me a bit of the Vettel Raikkonen last
Yeah.
year. A similar incident there, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, he was squeezed out as far as you could. I mean, in that one, I mean, he wasn't given a lot of room, but I suppose at some point you've got to back out of it. And like we saw in Cup, we've seen realistic crashes. We saw a realistic crash at turn 3, which wiped people out. We've seen a realistic crash at turn 5.
Vitinho kind of pits and almost crashed coming into the pit lane, so he's very lucky not to crash into the pit entry. So he's going to go on the medium tyres. I presume he's run out of softs. He's going to go on a set of mediums to the end. He's going to drop to the back of the field. And well, Vitinho got lucky last time, the safety car. Not so lucky then. And you may say, if you've been a bit harsh, you may say that's a bit of karma.
Yeah, indeed. He's going to come out right alongside Sully as well. To you, Jacko.
Yeah, Yuri was actually giving Vitinho a little bit of retaliation there, running him right up against the grass. But then Vitinho, as the corner sort of left him, he didn't back out as he should have done. And that accident, as I said at the time, is all on Vitinho. It's unfortunate Yuri out of the running of the regular season championship. But good points going into the playoffs, so it's a good job this race has little meaning in that sense to him. But he will be frustrated because he was definitely in contention to pick up those 12 bonus points.
Looking to the inside, they breaking then from Hasselager. He gets up the inside, his brother's out. As up the inside is there, with Vitinho having utter trouble right now. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got floor damage, to be frankly honest, after that impact he had. As is Wet Lemon going to try and go up the inside as well. He's not further down the field. We've got Jess, Kingan, Indecisive, Kaya, Bazza, Sully. More yellow flags there. I think that's just the Fragrant Ghost. Are we going to see a retirement here for Vitinho in the pit lane? I'm wondering. No, we're not. We've got a yellow flag, but what's that for? Ghost, I think.
Phantom yellow flag.
My favourite. It's
think.
back.
Yeah. Get that a lot at Suzuka, I've noticed.
Oh,
Vitinho's
what is Vitinho
Vitinho's
done here? Oh, don't
pit
rejoin
lane.
here. Oh, don't rejoin
watch
right
out,
here,
leaders,
and
watch
that is oh, big crash, and who's that off? Is that Nils? Is that Nils off? It is Nils off. He's out of the race. And that is a horrendous rejoin, and I think that is surely going to be a big penalty for Vitinho. That was outrageous.
Yeah, the Neil's just unfortunate there. Obviously, you got car rejoin. If you lap down, especially if you lap down, you just got to. You're spinning on the pit straight, and that's not a good look for Vitinho, I'm afraid. I hate to say it, but that's not a good look for him.
Well, that is Bazza down the back. Neil's in real trouble, and somehow not out of this race. That was an almighty shunt. But I mean, I don't know what you saw of that, Jacko, but that was definitely not what you want to see. Vitinho has picked up a time penalty for exceeding track limits. He does not seem very happy.
I was just watching it back, actually, as you said that. It definitely looked like a somewhat intentional spin. Obviously, we'd have to see his footage back. But then it was the rejoin that bothered me so much. And is he off again, is he?
Yeah, he should just...
Yeah, the rejoin on the pit straight, which took out Nils, that's not on.
Yeah, he should just come in the pits and retire because he's probably ruined somebody else's race.
Wow.
He's actually crashed out anyway, intentional DNF as well. So yeah,
I think that is the end of that incident. 11 cars in this race, and Hasselager somehow, well, we must say, he was very lucky he didn't caught up in that because that rejoined right in between Hasselager and Wet Lemon. So that could have been the top 3 out of this race, and that would have been, well, we'll just say that is going to be one of those infamous moments that I think will last. And Wet Lemon again pulling alongside Hasselager, just saying hello to him. He's waving out the cockpit to say hello. I love his halo, by the way. It's got, are they cats? Yeah. I think they're cats on the halo. They look beautiful. I don't know what are
Niels and was a flower, wasn't it?
There's definitely an animal on the left. It looks like a cat. It's got whiskers. I mean, it could be.
Niels and Jake are coming to pits for a fresh set of softs, obviously at the back, and obviously this is effectively a pre-pit stop for them, and they're looking to maybe try and get their way through, and they'll be on really fresh softs, but they would have run out of laps before the DRS comes, because the safety car is... When will the safety car come in? Will it come in next lap?
Should do.
As it stands, gents, Jess is on her way to the playoffs. Not what I want to be saying, but fair play to her if she does go. But it's like you say, we've got Niels coming from behind on fresh softs. Bazza, Sully back in this race as well. Jake's down there, so she's got a lot of work to do to guarantee 5th. But she has a wingman in indecisive Mackie right behind her.
I'll have Kaya as well behind, to be fair to him. Kaya, who has pace occasionally when he wants to. He was running very well in Monza until he, had some incidents. But, like Kaya said, he's quick, but a little bit inconsistent, which is trying to catch lows to see if he can get back through the end. Fitinium apologising, saying he was trying to come in the pit lane. The pit lane not on the main straight, I'm afraid. I don't know how he spun on the main straight either. It was very odd. It will definitely be looked at later on, but like I said, Bazza, I don't know how much damage Neil's got. Surely he's got some floor damage, because that was a hefty hit in the wall.
Yeah, especially, he will have some damage for sure. And I've done a race here. I've done a race with floor damage, with bodywork damage, underbody damage. The car, it just feels like an absolute boat, and it's difficult to keep in a straight line, believe it or not. So yeah, it's heavily compromised, and you just got to try and just somehow stay in the race and hope for some carnage ahead.
The only defence, or lack of defence, I'd give him there is surely you drive to the condition that your vehicle is in. Like if you've got a puncher, you slow down.
Yeah.
If you've got
you do.
Floor damage or whatever, I guess slow down again. Don't drive so fast.
We'll have to move out the way on the restart, apparently.
Will he?
Apparently, Kiki's saying Kyle will have to move out the way on the restart.
He's in position, though, isn't he?
He's in position. I mean, no one has our position. I don't know what Kiki's saying here. Unless he's just having some fun with me and annoying me. But everyone's in position, though. And up to Hasselager as he comes through the last corner. We are now, what? It's a 5-lap sprint. Through he comes then into the last corner. And away we shall go. And in he's second. Now, wait. And now you can go, and Newgarden looks like he's got a very good start again, and that is the perfect thing he needs to do around the outside. Let's see, Lemon, though, is going to try and squeeze him as far around as he can, gives each other enough room on the exit, though. That's pretty respectable between these two, as this is crucial for Newgarden's championship hunt. He needs to try and win this race, as Lemon... For a move up the inside of turn number 1 and the outside there. Very wide. Oh, he's at hints of contact there as they all bunts up. Niels trying to take 1 or 2. He's literally pushing the back of Keegan. Just down into 6th now. Niels is on a flyer. Round the outside into 4. And has he got the job done? Yes, he has. And up there is Keegan got damage. Yes, he has.
Yep. Keegan went deep into turn 2, officially turn 3. And of course Newgarden obviously entitled to turn in at some point. He has to, and it is King and unlucky wing damage followed thereafter. But a good restart from Nils up into P5. Jess back up to 5th as well.
Oh, Jake spun, I believe. Jake's had a spin, and King's got even more wing damage now. And Jake, that's surely curtains for his championship hopes, as a VSC's going to come out now. So that's our first VSC of the day. We've had 4 safety cars. That's that first VSC.
Well, we've used up the entire allocation then of safety cars and virtual safety cars. It gives Wet Lemons a chance to win on his debut, something we haven't seen since Samba won in Austin in the Cup Series a couple seasons ago, season 3. So could we get a new debutant winner? Apologies, actually, Casper won in Season 4 at France on his debut. But we're back under green.
Yeah, back under green. That was a quick one. I was just trying to catch my breath, and no, we don't get a chance to do that right now. Safety car, by the way, DRS should be enabled the end of next lap, I believe. Potentially the end of this lap? I don't know, I can't remember. It might be the end of next lap. This race is going so quickly right now. I'm not keeping track of it too well. But it is Lemon and Hasselager. Hasselager on those soft tyres. And he's in a good shot, though, on those 12-lap-old tyres. They're all, what, 14-lap-old, so he's not the oldest tyres, because Newgarden's on those old tyres. It's all about what can Lemon do. Can he go and do anything there? As Niels picked up a time penalty, and that's not going to help his race. 6 seconds, and that is going to just allow Jess to come up into this.
DRS enabled. This is the opportunity for Wet Lemons. He wants to take lead. Them softs of Hasselager could be very second now. He's going to have a tyre advantage. Niels has passed the Zugard in 4th. Wet Lemons is not going for it though.
He's waiting for the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jess, by the way, very much on her way to the playoffs as we speak. But this battle for the lead is what we're interested in. Wet Lemons, will he go in or out? In.
Out.
But stays out. And he's going to wait one more lap. Leroy, I imagine, will hold position for the rest of this lap. And then one final attack coming from Sean on his debut.
Leroy hasn't got much battery left. Wet Lemon's got loads of batteries, so Liam may run out of battery before. Wet Lemon's very tactical with his battery usage, so he should have plenty to deploy for the final lap. And look how close he's, but he's got to be careful when he closes out. He doesn't make a mistake and lose too much time.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, pressure. There's the pressure there. Pressure there, the mistake, and it doesn't really matter now if he gets by. If you love to get by to win on track, but he just has to hang back now. Don't do anything stupid. He's got the race win in the bag, surely.
Yeah, but does he know that? No, is he going to attack still? No, I think he's waiting. Look, he's waiting. He's not using the DRS. Oh, he is. No, he's thought about it. No. And he's thrown him off guard.
Toying with him. He's toying with him.
And now side by side, and now he'll get the move done then. And with the better exit, with the help of DRS, into the lead. Wet Lemon here today as there is King. And I believe he's in the pit lane wall. Which is a real shame for him. But Lemon leads then. Leroy in 2nd. Niels in 3rd. In terms of what the penalty's going to do, Bazza now up ahead of Jess. Jess down into 6th position, but it will be 5th, I think, in the grand scheme of things. But here is Lemon then, on his debut. Well, he'll definitely be there, because, look, Bazza penalty now. That is Jess's gamble then, working well. Here comes Lemon, through the last corner on his debut. And for the first time this season, and the first time for him, Wet Lemon will win here today in Austria. Hasselager is finishing 2nd, but will not finish there. Who is on this podium? Jess in 4th, yet again in the playoffs. Right there, Bazza 5th, Sully 6th. Niels ahead of Indecisive. Kaya, Jake is going to be in a dejected 10th. Kingan in 11th. And I think I know who my driver of the day is for the 3rd time in a row.
Is it Jacko?
It's not Jack. It does begin with a J. It is Jess again.
Maybe next time, Maybe next time.
Saving myself for the postseason.
Guys, finishing 11 guys going to score points tonight as Kingan across the line.
Hey.
Hits the back of Jacko's abandoned car. Not Jacko's.
Jake's, I think.
Jake's, yeah, sorry. Jess 23 times to the podium there, so yeah, she's definitely getting them. She's like George Russell, getting them top 5 finishes constantly.
There you go. I have to say, my driver today is that man. Top step of the podium. It's the hardest league in eSports to come and win in, and he's gone and done it on his debut. I think only the 3rd or 4th driver to do such a thing. But yeah, that's my vote right there.
Indeed, mine to Jess. And what's your one, Mr. Jamie?
There's quite a few contenders. It's quite a difficult one, this, as I wait for the results screen to load up. And I'm gonna go for Newgarden, because obviously he had the pressure of being behind in the regular season championship, and he's come through, he's prevailed, and he's won the championship. Maybe not his best race ever, but he did what he had to do, and he's won the regular season championship.
Indeed then, so your official results, Lemon then, from 11th on the grid, from Newgarden, Hasselager, Jess in a fantastic 4th, Bazza in 5th, Sully Neil's indecisive as well, doing a stunning job for him in 8th position. Kaya, I will say fair play to him in the world, is in 9th. Jake in 10th, Kingham ahead of Vitinho. Yuri out of this race with Vitinho. Excite Jacko continues hit my curse in 15th.
Hey.
And Quinn in 16th.
At least you weren't the first DNF.
Yeah, no. So I couldn't even win that, could I? But
Indeed. Well, that is that one. And your regular season champion, of course, will go to Matt, I believe, is it not?
it is Matt.
So there we are then. So, you know what? Because we're here, we'll let you round off the stream, Jacko, because you're here.
To be fair, I'll probably be back for the Championship 5. Unless I make it. Of course, I've got to win the chase now, so that's not going to be easy. But cracking regular season. It's probably been our best in Kia Series. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Jamie, for being here on this special occasion. And see you next week for whatever track we're at. I should know, but it's not my tier, so I don't know.
Indeed. I can't remember actually what circuit. My phone's run out of charge. So, until next week, wherever it is in the universe, I have been evil.
It's Canada.
It's Canada. Thank you for Jacko for the impromptu joining midway through. It's like it was last week. We were at the beginning. Now you're doing the end. So here we are.
Yeah.
Until next week, of course. Thank you as well for Jamie joining us again. Yeah. So for the third time, I'm going to say thank you. So thank you again for joining us. Until next time, I've been evil. Jamie's been Jamie. Jacko's been a discount golf player. Until next time, take care. Bye.
Bye.